Hello, I'm the FanFic Critic. I read it, you listen. You probably noticed that there's something a little different. Well, for starters, the walls are yellow and not blue. This is on the wrong side. There's a few new pictures in the background here. And my outfit is different. So obviously, people, things have changed about the FanFic Critic and her TV show. Or internet show. Oh, you know what I mean. Well, I spent most of today moving all of my stuff from my old bedroom into the new bedroom. This is my old room, folks, or what's left of it. This wall right here was where my desk was. This wall right here was where that Harry Potter poster was. My bed was in this corner, my bureau was right there, my white desk was there, and my bookcase was there. This is my new room. Now, what I tried to do was set it up as similarly to the other room as possible. Pretty much, if, you know, that room over there was a mirror, this is what the reflection would look like. It's not quite the same, but I did it to the best of my ability. So you can say I'm, pretty proud of this room. I'm glad I got it, although circumstances weren't exactly ideal. It wasn't exactly my choice to get this room, but in the end I'm glad I got it because, it's a lot nicer than my old room was. And it gave me an excuse to clean. Yeah. Well, guys, I didn't just, put this episode up on the web just to talk about my room. I am the FanFic Critic after all, so unless someone wrote a fanfic about my old bedroom, there's really no point in bringing this up. So, I'm going to be reviewing a fanfic. This fanfic is by the author named HewyLewis, who is also someone who does, videos and stuff for thatfellowinthecode.com. He also does stuff on YouTube. He does this show called Huey's Animated Movie Reviews or something like that. He's pretty funny. And the fanfic that I read of his is called Beauty and the Beast. That's what it's called. Beauty and the Beast. And you can probably wonder what it's about. Well, it's about Beauty and the Beast. With some differences. I'm not going to be reading this fanfic out loud. I'm going to tell you guys about it. Not tell you everything, just give you a brief, description of what it's about and stuff. And you're probably like, oh wait, why aren't you reading it? We'd love to hear you read because you're the best reader in the world. And I know I'm not. Anyway, the reason why I'm not going to read out loud, A, it has 18 chapters, and B, it's over 30,000 words long. That would take forever to read. That'd be like the Gilligan's Island fanfic times 10. Ugh. Not that Huey's fanfic is bad. This fanfic is actually very good. It is very similar to the Disney movie, but it has some differences. One thing is, the Beast is a girl, and the protagonist is a boy. Secondly, the Beast did not become the Beast because she was being selfish. She became the Beast because she was a kid picking flowers, and she picked the magical rose that, is the rose that if it loses all its petals, she stays a beast forever. Well, she picks that rose. The evil witch lady who owned the garden did not like that, so she put a curse on the girl and her family. Her parents turned to stone, her servants turned into furniture, like this, and she got turned into a beast. And she was a young kid, or I'm assuming she was supposed to be a young kid. That's what I pictured. And also she meets the protagonist before she turns into a beast. And she remembers him. And she has a bad temper like, the male beast did, but she has a better excuse for it. You feel more sympathy for her. The other beast was just a jerk. Another difference in the story, the protagonist, he's a school teacher, and he is, going to be betrothed to some woman he doesn't know. And the woman's brother is Gaston. Now, the woman herself isn't a bitch. She's actually pretty nice and stuff, and I think they start to kind of, you know, pretty much, you know, if the whole crap that didn't happen, if, you know, the crap didn't happen with his parents, he probably would have married this woman and been perfectly happy. But, you know, pretty much something happens to his parents. They end up going to where the beast lives. They get held captive. He goes to save them, yada, yada, yada. Pretty much like the movie where he stays so then they could be free. And it's like the movie where, you know, things don't get along very well. It's a lot like the movie at that point, but a little bit different. I mean, you feel more bad for, you know, the beast because he's kind of a jerk to her. Like, she overhears him, like, saying that he hates her and that she's a monster and stuff like that. And she, instead of getting furious and all ragey, she, like, breaks down and cries, which I felt bad. It's like, oh, I don't care if she's a beast. She's still a woman. Show women respect. But, you know, this story is very much like the movie, but it's good. It's good. I'm not going to spoil the ending for you guys because I want you guys to go and read it yourselves. This story is very good. It does have a couple of flaws, though. Mainly, you know, grammar issues and stuff. And I think some things could have been, I don't know, I think the story was well written. But I think my problem is the story may have been authored by HewyLewis, but some of the chapters I noticed he said, oh, I co-wrote this with so-and-so. I don't know. I'm not doubting that this guy's a good writer. I just want to see one of his stories where he's the sole writer. No one helps him at all. You know, because I'm someone who likes to draw comics, which are kind of like stories if you think about it. And, you know, I do the artwork and the story. I mean, I've seen stuff online where there's some really good artwork, but I hear that someone else does the story. I don't know. I like seeing people who do both. They come up with the idea and they write it. Or they draw the comic and they have the words to it. So, pretty much, HewyLewis, if you're watching this, I want to see another one of your stories. And I want this story to be written solely by you. Okay? I'm not saying that I hate your story. I loved your story. I just want to see a story written by you that you wrote alone. If you have any stories, I will gladly read them. Just send me a message. I have a profile on fanfiction.net. Just type in the FanFic Critic, not FanFic Critic, because there's someone else on there called FanFic Critic, but they're not the same. You'll know it's me because I have this huge thing. My opening is, hello, I'm the FanFic Critic, I read it, you listen. If you see that on the page, then you'll know it's me. And I even have the contact thing. I even mention where my MySpace profile is. So, back on subject. If you like Beauty and the Beast, and if you like Disney, read HewyLewis's story because I think you will like it. Well, I'm the FanFic Critic. I read it, you listen, and I gotta go to bed.